What would you do if the person you trusted most pushed you to betray the one you loved? I'm Ellie, and that question has haunted me since the night my world unraveled. My best friend, Mia, always had a way of seeing through people, like she could peel back their masks with a single glance. When she told me to test Daniel, my fiancé, I hesitated. But her words sank into me like a splinter, sharp and impossible to ignore. If he's the one, Ellie, he'll pass, she said, her voice soft but insistent. You deserve to know. A week later, I was alone, my engagement ring cold in my palm, and the truth about why Daniel left hit me like a tidal wave. Daniel and I had been together for 3 years, building a life in our cozy Chicago apartment. He was steady, kind, with a laugh that could melt my doubts. We'd planned a spring wedding, picked out flowers, even argued over the guest list. But Mia's suspicion planted a seed. She'd seen Daniel linger too long with a coworker at a party, his hand brushing hers in a way that felt too familiar. He's hiding something, Mia warned. Test him. See if he's loyal. Her idea was simple but cruel. Create a fake profile, flirt with him online, and see if he'd take the bait. I laughed it off at first. Daniel wasn't perfect, but he was mine. Yet Mia's words gnawed at me, and late one night, staring at our engagement photo, I caved. I created, Sophie, a persona with a blurred profile picture and a knack for witty banter. I messaged Daniel on a platform he used for work networking, posing as a stranger. My heart pounded as I typed, guilt twisting in my chest. To my relief, he didn't respond at first. Days passed, and I thought I'd proven Mia wrong. Then, one evening, his reply popped up. Hey, you seem interesting. What's your story? My stomach dropped. We chatted for days, Sophie and Daniel, his messages growing warmer, flirtier. He never crossed a blatant line, but the ease of his charm with a stranger cut deeper than I expected. Mia was right, I thought. He's not who I believed. I confronted him that Friday night, my voice shaking as I showed him the chat logs. His face went pale, then hard. You did this? He asked, his voice low, almost unrecognizable. You didn't trust me? I tried to explain Mia's doubts, my fear, but he cut me off. Ellie, if you need to play games to believe in me, we're done. He packed a bag, left his key on the counter, and walked out. The door's click echoed in my skull for days. Mia held me as I sobbed, promising I'd done the right thing. Better now than after the wedding, she said, stroking my hair. But the hole in my chest didn't agree. The next week was a blur of sleepless nights and unanswered texts. I replayed every moment with Daniel, wondering if I'd ruined something real. Then came the twist I never saw coming. While cleaning out my inbox, I found an email from Daniel's sister, Claire, sent the day after our breakup. She was never close to me, always a bit distant, but her words were urgent. Ellie, you need to know the truth about Mia. My pulse raced as I read on. Claire revealed she'd overheard Mia at a family gathering months ago, talking to a mutual friend about Daniel. Mia had confessed she'd always loved him, ever since college, when they'd been close before I entered the picture. She'd hidden it, played the supportive friend, but her jealousy simmered. Claire wrote, she's been trying to break you two up. I didn't say anything before because I thought it was just talk. I'm so sorry. I sat there, stunned, the email burning into my eyes. Mia, my best friend since high school, the one who'd planned my bachelorette party, who'd cried with me over every heartbreak, had she orchestrated this? My mind raced back to her insistence, the way she'd pushed the test, how quick she'd been to comfort me after Daniel left. I felt sick. I called Claire, who told me more. Mia had been subtly undermining us for months, dropping hints about Daniel's shady behavior, planting doubts I hadn't even noticed. The coworker at the party? Mia had suggested they work late together, knowing I'd see them. I confronted Mia at her apartment, my hands trembling. "Did you love him?" I asked, my voice breaking. Her face crumpled, and for the first time, I saw her mask slip. "I just wanted you to be sure," she stammered, but her eyes betrayed her. She didn't deny it. "Ellie, I didn't mean for it to go this far." But it had. She'd manipulated me, preyed on my insecurities, and cost me the man I loved. I walked away, her pleas fading behind me. Our friendship was over. Determined to understand Daniel's side, I reached out to him. He agreed to meet at a quiet cafe, his eyes guarded but soft when he saw me. I told him everything: Mia's betrayal, Claire's email, my regret. He listened silently, then sighed. "Ellie, I wasn't perfect. I shouldn't have messaged Sophie back, but I knew it was you after the first day. Your phrasing, your humor, it was obvious. I played along to see how far you'd go, hoping you'd trust me enough to stop." His voice cracked. "When you didn't, it broke me. I thought you'd never believe in us." Tears stung my eyes. He hadn't cheated, hadn't betrayed me. I had, driven by doubt and Mia's poison. But there was more. Daniel admitted he'd been distant lately, not because of another woman, but because he'd lost his job and hadn't told me, ashamed of his failure. He'd been planning to confess after securing a new offer, which came through the day he left. "I wanted to be the man you deserved," he said, his voice raw. "But I couldn't stay after you doubted me like that." We sat in silence, the weight of our mistakes heavy between us. I apologized, not expecting forgiveness, but needing him to know I saw my fault. He nodded, his eyes softening. "I still love you, Ellie," he said quietly. "But we need time." He reached across the table, squeezing my hand briefly before letting go. It wasn't a promise, but it was hope. In the weeks that followed, I rebuilt myself. I cut Mia out of my life, her absence a painful but necessary wound. I leaned on Claire, who became an unexpected ally, and focused on my own healing. Daniel and I texted occasionally, small steps towards something new, not the same as before, but maybe stronger. I learned trust isn't just about the other person, it's about believing in yourself, too. Mia's betrayal taught me to listen to my heart, not someone else's whispers. And though the scar of that test still lingers, it's a reminder: love is fragile, but truth is worth fighting for.